Happening tomorrow, President Biden will give his State of the Union address. He's expected to deliver a defense of his handling of the economy.
Yeah, Kimberly, the president is trying to guide the rebound from the pandemic with inflation rates we have not seen in 40 years. ABC 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena is live in Point Loma with the impact on San Diegans, specifically, Lindsay.
That's right, Wale and Kimberly, it has been a roller coaster for many people and families across San Diego. In many industries, the economy has battled back to put the pandemic behind them, but that's also created its own problems. As people went back to work, many were able to find better paying jobs. That's helped fuel the rise of inflation. It's certainly something you can feel at the grocery stores, like where we are today, Jensen's Foods in Point Loma. Now, that's where, again, as I said, we are, and they are trying to provide a great local option instead of the big national chains. So while the president is expected to talk tomorrow about how well his plan has been working, it doesn't mean that everyone is feeling it here in San Diego. One way you know that people are still struggling is by looking at how many people are still having a tough time finding an affordable place to live. While home prices have been dipping in San Diego, for many families, the dream of owning their own home is still out of reach. This afternoon, I spoke with a longtime local real estate agent. He told me that in general, the housing market in San Diego is in a good place. This is a location where your investment is still sound and probably only going to go up in value. But he did say rising interest rates have contributed to a general slowdown, combined with other factors unique to this area.
There's dozens of offers still on properties, and it makes it really difficult because those are the houses that are getting their values inflated more versus houses that are, maybe in the $1 or $2 or $3 million range.
He went on to say that when it comes to affordable housing, San Diego still struggles, and unfortunately, that means that the market is hardest on those who are still dreaming of buying their first home.
So many people that come here, there's very limited space to build, there's lots of people who want to live here, and it's just kind of perfect here, so no one's really moving, and definitely people are a little bit more scared to sell right now because they don't have anywhere to really buy.
And while San Diegans are struggling with finding affordable living, they're also struggling with inflation, whether it's gas prices or the price of food at local grocery stores. The government is trying to find a way to balance things out, keep the economy going strong with low unemployment, while also trying to tackle inflation in a way that doesn't cause a recession. We spoke with economics professor Alan Jin from the University of San Diego. He says it's a tough needle to thread, but there are signs that it's working.
So I think we're going to see some good news in terms of the inflation. I think the job market is probably going to cool off. It's not going to be as strong as this 500,000 jobs indicated, and we may see the unemployment rate tick up somewhat. But still, I don't think that we're going to see a serious rise in terms of the unemployment rate.
He says there is still a decent chance that the economy could go into a recession this year. But he says he thinks the odds of that happening are now less than he thought they were at the end of last year. Reporting in Point Loma, Lindsay Pena, ABC 10 News. Kimberly and Wale, back to you.
Thank you, Lindsay.